Well, you know somebody who's not sleeping very well right now? Dr. Dre's daughter. He has a daughter. She's 38 years old, and she's saying that she's living in her car while she's working for Uber Eats and DoorDash, and her car that she's renting is about to be taken away from her because she's not sure how she can afford it since her father cut her off. Now, he had been paying her, giving her an allowance and, helping her out with some money, but he said, I'm done with that. I'm not paying anything else for you. And so she's a little upset about the whole situation. But hey, you know what? She's a mother as well with 4 kids. Would she do the same thing for her kids? Would anybody else do the same for theirs? Sometimes, Bofta, do you think tough love has something to say about helping people grow up?
Well, here's the thing. I think this is a grown woman.
Right.
Let me say that. And apparently, as she said in her own post, apparently he had been providing some financial support all the way up until January 2020. So, folks, that means she was 37, 38 around that time, too. And I just, being a grown person now with 4 children, clearly she hasn't gotten the message yet, right? That you just got to figure things out a little bit on your own. So this may be some tough love in there. Maybe it's a little bit too late, tough love too late. Like, why wait until, this point?
Yeah.
And so we were talking about it earlier about, with kids, when to actually cut them off and this kind of thing. And granted, he is worth a lot of money.
Yeah, over $800 million.
Right. And she tried to say, he's buying things for women and this kind of thing. Look, it's his money. And I feel like there's just a little bit of entitlement or a lot of entitlement going on. And I think that's the problem if you've been introduced to that too young sometimes,
And we want our kids to have things that we never had. And, that's part of life. You want to be able to give them things, but you also need to, you need to teach them the importance of a dollar and how to spend that dollar, how to be responsible with your dollar, and how to make your own dollar. So even when my kids say, Daddy, you have money, I was like, you're right, I have money. You don't have money. So you're going to have to work for your money, do some chores, do something to earn that money, and then save it. It's a part of, I think, teaching them is not just about giving. It's about making sure you're giving them life lessons to learn as well. So then you won't have to support them for your entire life, even if you have the money. I think they should be self-sufficient.
Yeah, and right now, unfortunately, and the sad piece is that her 4 kids are apparently staying with friends as she is homeless in her car. So she posted this, probably, working to try to figure things out. We pray the best for her and that she does figure it out. But there's something to be said about just doing it yourself, and it's hard and it's tough, but so we'll see. I don't know what it's like to be in that position. So
it was like, I've always had to work for mine.
Exactly.
I bought my first car when I was in high school, and I appreciated that car so much more. I took care of that car.
Was
it was a hoopty.
I knew it. It was a hoopty.
It leaked when it rained. The horn said when it blew. I mean, it was a bad car, but it was my car, and I appreciated that car.
Right.
So you just appreciate it more when you put some work into actually getting it and working for it. So I think there's something to be said about every kid, no matter how rich your parents are, knowing the importance of working and making your own money.
Yeah, we've been talking about so many things related to consumers this week, really. We've been talking about buying your first home and generational wealth, setting yourself up with that. You just had a great interview about cryptocurrency, because the more we know and the knowledge and the empowerment we have about how to do it ourselves, right, that means that we can step out, feel confident, and say, okay, you know what, I can do this on my own.
And not being dependent on someone else.
Yeah, exactly, because that's never a good feeling, no matter who you are.
Or no matter how old you are as well.
Don't forget you owe me some money. Give me $1.
Wait a minute. Look, I owe you. I'll write you a note.
Okay.